In this lecture, Professor A.K. Enamelhack explains why a monopolist has no incentive to innovate or to reduce corruption and why economists argue for competition in a market.
So the question is, some people, and this is what again we are reviewing, why monopoly is bad. So what do you think? What are the reasons for monopoly to be bad? One, obviously, we know that there is an efficiency loss. So there is an efficiency loss, which is nothing but deadweight loss. So one of the reasons is very simple, that we have a deadweight loss in a monopoly. Anything else? Monopoly basically means no innovation incentives. So producer, if he is a monopolist, the producer does not have an incentive to be innovative. And remember, one of the reasons we want competition. So competition, and this is something that we normally do not discuss much in our standard microeconomics. Competition promote efficiency. That obviously we know that. So we have seen that competition promote efficiency in the society. Competition increases welfare. These are the two things we have already seen. But on the top of it, competition pushes, incentivizes, it gives incentive for innovation, because everyone wants to earn more profit, so they want to be innovative, and once they innovate, they compete, and eventually they come back to the normal profit. In a short run, there is always supernormal profit. In possible, not always, possible. Is loss also possible, and there is an entry and exit through which the farm eventually settles down. So that's why the idea that long-term profit is normal for a competitive farm, but in the short run, they have supernormal profit, and the process is actually innovation. So for short-term profit, competitive farm actually give an incentive for innovation. Because as a competitive market, it actually gives an incentive for innovation. Whereas in a monopoly, there is no incentive for innovation. And the answer is very simple, because I pick up my price. And so if this is my average cost, just look into this diagram. This is my average cost, this is my output, this is my price. Then I pick up a price and I earn supernormal profit. So this is my super normal profit. In a monopoly, while economics textbook always say efficiency loss, deadweight loss, but there are more than that. And one of the reasons for a monopoly is that it does not give incentive for innovation. That is something lacking in monopoly. And if there is no incentive for innovation, nobody will change. So then things will be no incentive for improvement on product quality, product standard, nothing happens. So economic theory suggests that, look, monopoly has this problem and they will never improve. A second example of monopoly, and this is very interesting, this is common in monopoly in Bangladesh. So let me explain this to you. Let's say that we produce 100 megawatt of electricity. Company, XYZ company. So XYZ company, which is an electricity production, they produce 100 megawatt of electricity, and the cost of their production is 300 taka. Really doesn't matter. If this is their cost. So what is the average cost? What is the average cost of production? 3 taka.
3
per megawatt. So let me give you this example for you, just per megawatt, whatever we have, hour. So megawatt hour. Okay, so this is the 3 taka per megawatt hour. And now, if you have a price of electricity of 3 taka per megawatt hour, just give an example, then the farm will be break even. Now, some of you, if I'm not sure whether you have heard the word break even, if you have not heard the word, here is the solution. So this is a break-even amount. Let's assume that we produce 100 megawatt. We cost is 300 taka. We sell 80 megawatt. And people steal 20 megawatt. So realize what is happening. That even though I produce 100 megawatt, I can only sell 80 megawatt because there are people who actually steal 20 megawatt, which means they don't give the price. And the price is 3 taka, same price. So what will happen now? The revenue of the farm is 3 times 80 because that's much how much I sell. So this is become 240 taka. Is that clear to everyone? And this is, and there is no revenue, further revenue, because this is stolen. So this is zero. Because nobody pays the price, even though they consume. Is this common in Bangladesh? Happens or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in this particular scenario, the XYZ company has a loss. How much is the loss? Minus.
240. Oh, sorry.
Because
60.
yeah, because 300 is my price cost, revenue is 240, so minus 60 is my loss. That is something that we see that, okay, this is my loss. If I am a monopolist, I don't have to do much. All I have to say, okay, let's change the price 4. Because I'm a monopolist, I can fix any price. Remember, the idea is very simple. I can fix any price. So I set the price at 4. And now my revenue becomes 320. Stealing continues. And now, with the price change, I have a profit. How much is the profit?
20.
20.
20, sir.
So what do you learn out of this example? That monopolists do not have even incentive to stop stealing. And that happens to many monopolists in Bangladesh because they can fix the price. They can actually change the price to show that I'm making a profit. Whereas their price is above average cost. Remember what is happening here. What was the average cost? Average cost was 3. Price is 4. So that's why economists always say, look, if your average cost price is higher than your average cost, that is when you earn supernormal profit. Remember, the supernormal profit, the condition is the price must be bigger than average cost. That's when you earn supernormal profit. Normal profit means price is equal to average cost. And monopolists have the ability to change the price because I, as a consumer, do not remember what is a monopolist. Monopolist has a feature which is called no close substitute. Because it does not have a close substitute of the product, and I cannot switch to another product. So monopoly has ability to raise prices and show profit. And that is something economists have been discussing, that so monopoly actually has no incentive for innovation or even reducing corruption. So another point of why monopoly is bad, which is normally does not say a lot of time, it has no incentive to reduce corruption. This is not available in the textbooks because around the world, people cannot, at least those who write the textbook, American writers, they cannot think about such kind of corruption, which is rampant in countries like Bangladesh and many other countries, not just Bangladesh. So I'm giving you one more reason why, when you look at a monopolist, monopoly has a efficiency loss. These are the normal microeconomics textbook example. But in real life, it actually has no incentive for innovation, no incentive for what you call corruption reduction, and they price the product higher than average cost. That's what the monopolies always do. So for these reasons, economic theory has suggested that we should incentivize, we should make market competitive. So
please subscribe to this channel to receive updates on new videos.